Are you ready to take your podcast to the next level? Then look no further than NAST Studios, located in Seattle's Pioneer Square. Hi, I'm Blake. I'm the owner, in-house producer, and editor. We've got 3 cameras to capture every moment and can host up to 8 mics, ensuring your podcast looks and sounds professional. We've got affordable pricing for podcasters at all levels. So what are you waiting for? Visit www.naststudios.com. We're here on the podcast. This is the NAST podcast. My guest today is a photographer. I heard of him because of the Defy shows. He used to be their photographer. I guess you're not anymore.
Surprise. Yeah. No, I'm just taking some time off.
So you retired, or what's the... Oh, also, this is Wes Smith. Welcome to the show.
Dude, thank you.
Yeah.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Oh, really? You listen?
On the NAST podcast.
Okay. And thank you for...
In the studio, in the flesh.
Yes.
Had to make an appearance.
Hell yeah. So
Thanks for having me.
Let's start. I'm guessing you were in photography before you got into Defy. So let's start with your background. First off, are you from Seattle?
I'm from Alaska. I'm from a small island in Alaska.
Oh, I did see your
Ketchikan.
I saw your either your LinkedIn or your Facebook, and you worked at like a coffee shop for a while.
Dude, where are you looking? Where are you getting this info? My LinkedIn? How's my Facebook holding up? Do I look cool on Facebook?
Oh yeah. Right? You worked at a coffee shop.
Yeah, I worked at a coffee shop before.
And
you
left in 2017 or something, right?
Dude, okay, yeah. I don't know the years. God, yeah. I made coffee out of like high school in Alaska.
Okay.
And I did that for a while here until like photography kind of like was getting in the way. Like I was just with my old boss like right before I came here. I was having lunch with James.
Okay.
Because I was
shout out James.
Shout out James. Yeah, because I was doing photography and like kind of picking it up.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, hey man, I'm gonna leave early today because I got to be at KEXP and shoot this.
Yeah.
Or like I would have to be at work at like 5, 6 a.m. on weekdays, but on the weekends I would go so hard shooting. It'd be like up till 3, 4 in the morning, like every weekend. Be like, well, time to flip the schedule back. Got to be at the coffee shop at 6 a.m.
And do you like coffee?
I love coffee. Yeah.
Okay, so then it's like a win-win. Then you're like doing photography all night and then drinking coffee to stay up.
I would stay up all night sometimes and still go to work, and I'd like wear sunglasses inside.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I just look like a cool guy making coffee.
Or people think you're high. I think that's why a lot of people wear sunglasses.
Yeah, there was a day I couldn't figure out the grinder, which was like pretty rough. I don't know. I was like a really bad employee. So I'm glad I found photography.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm from Alaska, and I had a really bad breakup, and I was like, dude, I could either like, it felt like a very pivotal point of like, I could stay in Alaska and kind of turn into all of the same old people that are in Alaska right now. I'll just become one of these guys. Or like, now's the chance. I was 22.
Okay.
It's like now's the chance to like bail and like do something big. Not bail, but so I went to Japan. I made a fake Rolling Stone like press pass.
Oh wow.
And I went to Japan for as long as I could. I think it was like a 3-month visa, and I was like shooting like hella burlesque and just like trying to get my camera anywhere.
Yeah.
So when I came back to Seattle with those photos, well, I went to Australia after that, bummed around.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like I was literally like looking back on it the other day because like it sucked. I feel older now because I can't be as reckless or like that. Like I was on a plane from Sydney. I was coming from Sydney to Seattle.
Yeah. 0
place to stay. Like I was like trying to connect. I was on the plane trying to connect to the Wi-Fi in the airport so I could post on Facebook at like, does anyone have a place I could like stay at? I'm like gonna be up for like on this 18-hour flight or something.
Did it work? Did you find someone through?
Yeah, I
Facebook?
slept on like a floor. Yeah, I slept on a floor in like Auburn for my first month. My friend Jeff from Alaska let me crash there until I figured it out. And then I was trying to use all those burlesque photos I wanted to shoot music like initially. And I was like, I don't know how to do it. You know, like it's not an easy thing to figure out how to get into shooting like shows and stuff.
Yeah.
And we randomly got a roommate because I moved around a bit. So now I'm in a different shared living house. Okay. And a dude came into our house who used to be a wrestler.
Okay.
And he was like, hey, you want to shoot wrestling? I was like, not really, but like, okay, yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll do whatever. He's like, if you shoot wrestling ringside, it'll look like you have access to more things, and maybe that'll help you shoot music. So I shot at 321 Battle for like a year, which was in, what was the name of the gym?
Oh, was that the underground gym or something that closed down?
Yes.
That's where Defy started or something, right?
No.
Or I thought Defy was there for a little bit or something. I heard some backstory about it.
No, I think Defy, they've been in Washington Hall, and they were at the theater in Tacoma, the Temple, maybe? One of the theaters in Tacoma.
Or maybe one of the founders used to go. Somehow Defy was connected to that place somehow.
Because there was like a big legalized wrestling was like illegal in Washington. It was like
what?
Yeah, you couldn't pay to go to a wrestling show. It was all like donation based. And I think Jim and Matt, who are the founders of Defy, played a very like pivotal role in changing the laws. So now it's like treated as a combat sport.
What?
So yeah.
Was it illegal because it was like cockfighting or something?
I don't know the full history on it, and I keep meaning to watch there's a documentary on it. Because when I was at 321,
Iron Claw?
No, I haven't seen that either.
Me neither.
I think it's called like Body Slam: Revenge of the Banana or something like that.
Oh.
It's about the 321 guys.
You can find that on Pornhub or on the wrestling channel.
Are you a big wrestling fan?
As of recently, I guess because of Defy.
Mm-hmm.
And I know like honestly, like hip hop goes hand in hand. Like, 'cause I'm a huge hip hop fan. From my understanding, hip hop and wrestling actually goes hand in hand, kind of too. Any music kind of goes with wrestling.
Any music kind of goes with anything.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I don't really know too many wrestlers, to be honest. I know The Rock and John Cena, and
gotta start somewhere.
And there's some other. There's like The Undertaker.
There's The Undertaker. He's around.
But I couldn't tell you any modern guys, to be honest. But yeah, because I've been doing Defy for like a year now. And that was kind of my first actual introduction into wrestling, besides, hearing names here and there because of pop culture.
Mm-hmm. And John Cena's a rapper as well. So yeah.
I forget. My first, not
Dr.
my first.
Thugonomics.
My previous guest, Jake One, produced that. Jake One's from Seattle, even, and he produced the beat for that.
Whoa, seriously? That's crazy. Iconic.
Yeah. So once again, that's how hip hop and John Cena literally being a rapper. I'm not saying his rap was good, but it was
what? it doesn't hold up well. It's a tough listen to now.
Yeah, probably when it was coming out, was it a hit?
I mean, it's edgy. It's one way to go out there.
Time is now.
Yeah.
Okay. So it seemed okay. So you left when you were 22 from Alaska, and by that time you were already into photography, or?
I always liked making videos. Like I had do you remember the flip cameras? I had those in like high school.
Like a flip phone with a camera?
No, they were called Flip and Mono Flip HD. They looked like a brick of like the size of like a phone.
Okay.
And it was super easy. It just had one button to like hit record.
Yeah.
And then there was a thing that flipped out the USB stick and you just plug it into the computer, no cables. And I would just rip that to YouTube. So I always liked making videos and like doing that stuff. So I bought a Canon Rebel.
These are all Rebel.
Yeah, these are the OG. This is the setup. The 50 millimeter on the Rebel, and I got one of those initially to like film video, and I just got into shooting stills.
Okay.
And now I'm retroactively trying to get back into shooting video because it's fun. Making videos with your buds is fun.
Yeah, I feel like there's so much work that goes into like it's super cool to do video, but like there's like so many things you have to think about. Like you could honestly like. I don't know if you've seen any of those music videos or like say they're all shot on iPhone. Have you seen those?
No.
Oh, there's like some like you know what Lyrical Lemonade is by any chance?
Is he cool?
It's like a whole like media fucking they do like interviews, music videos, all this thing. They're like a huge thing.
Okay.
And they're based out of Chicago, and like their biggest thing right now is they shoot everything on an iPhone. But they have these like crazy sets, so of course you can say you've shot on an iPhone, but like you gotta think about like the post. I think you could shoot like RAW now on iPhones or something, right?
I don't know.
But like there's like all this there's all this stuff that goes into like I don't know. When I first got cameras, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like shoot on automatic and it's gonna look good. But like as the more you get into it, you're like it's not really who shoots on automatic.
It comes full circle, bro. Because like you at first you go, I want to shoot on automatic just to get a photo, and then you go, oh, I want to go manual because it's professional, and then it goes, fuck it, I don't even care as long as I get a shot. It's a cycle like that. I shoot a lot of convention photography, and for a long time it was like, oh, I hope I just get a cool picture of this convention. And then it kind of goes, well, now I want it to look like I'm not at a convention, so you see these weird photos, you're like, what the hell, where is this guy? And now I'm back around to being like, it's funny to look like I'm at a convention. Like get those shitty background, get the hot dog stand back there. So it all comes around, it's a look. I'm shooting on mini DV tapes. That's like how I shoot a lot of video.
What's that?
They're like the little cassette tapes. They were like cameras from like 2000, 2001. It's like popular right now.
The camcorders that you actually put the.
Mine's little, yeah. I got it. The cables were like I have 4 adapters to get the wire to plug into my computer. But you're just trying to get get stuff out there.
But do you like lose? There's got to be some loss of quality.
Oh, dude, who cares? Yeah, like whatever. Okay. Quality's too good. I don't, like I'm overwhelmed with that shit. Like things don't need to look good all the time.
Right.
Maybe I'm tripping.
Social media, YouTube, and all that stuff takes into consideration like what quality you're shooting things at.
I don't know. I mean, my cat dog video that we shot on like a garbage camera is like my most popular thing I've ever done. It's like 250,000 views. And we filmed that in like an hour behind my house by the dumpster. Like,
what is your cat dog? I don't know about your cat
dog. Oh, we
did
like a live action version of Cat Dog. My friend.
Oh shit! So that's probably why then, because it was like it's a cultural thing. It's
like a naked guy painted orange in a thumbnail. Like you got to click on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I don't know what I think.
Yeah, but so you obviously care about this stuff. You, like you said, you've left your hometown to come to do.
I care about growing and like, pursuing art. I think less about algorithms and like getting my stuff out there. I'm like trying to be even less online than I already have been.
Yeah,
like,
you just showed me your phone. It has the widget.
My phone is almost nothing. My office at the house is like a VCR. I got tapes. That's all. We got tapes on the stereo, really? CDs on the deck. There's no trying to get off that. I think the internet just feels like so oversaturated.
Did you get bullied or something?
No, it just feels like everyone's like putting out stuff, like everyone's selling me something. Everyone's wants me to watch something. It just feels like at a certain point that like I was contributing to this digital noise. It's like, does anyone actually care about this shit anymore? Right. I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm just like out of the loop.
Okay, but so like, did you ever feel like you were like addicted to social media then? Or
I think maybe. Or when I was younger, maybe it was more fun, or maybe it was it fun or more fun because I was younger, or was it more fun because the internet was younger and it was just like we were all like kind of in uncharted territory, where now it's more of like an algorithm, a math problem, like a promo code of this. Right. So I started a physical magazine because of that. I'm just like, dude, I'm also tired of my stuff being viewed like this big while someone's like taking a shit and like scrolling by. Like, damn.
Oh my god.
These photos are crazy. I spend so much time on the details.
Now they gotta flip and take a shit.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Do you remember like they used to be like toilet paper holders that had the magazine rack next to it? Like when iPhones came out, that guy was probably so bummed. The guy that made that, it's like, damn.
He's like, this is a bunch of shit.
My whole thing, yeah. Or like those books, they're like, here's like 100,000 toilet facts.
Yeah, or like the bathroom joke books.
Yeah, dude. I could look them up on my phone. It's just not the same. So I guess that's kind of how I'm feeling on internet stuff. So I'm dialing it back. I do I make my own VHS tapes. I trade tapes with people.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. It's just something more tactile about it.
So are you able to still like grow a community then if you're not online?
Who cares, dude? No, like not as much, but I think the people that fuck with me pretty hard, and I think I don't take that like lightly. That's like pretty crazy. Like I used to be like not bummed, but like kind of disappointed when you put stuff out and like people don't see it, or like, damn, like what's the point of like doing this?
Yeah.
And it hit me the other day. It's like the Patreon's like doing all right, like
you have a Patreon.
I got a Patreon with like I think it's like almost 80 people like on there now. And it's crazy that like 80 people give enough of a fuck to be like, here's $3, email me when shit comes out and I'll look through it. Like that's something I don't take for granted. So just having that community, I prioritize that like over all the other social media things too. And like one time, the guy that used to make my coffee, my friend Ben, he worked across the street.
Your coffee?
Yeah, he's a barista. He made coffee across the street. He told me one time, like just kind of offhand, he's like, you're so lucky when you post things online, people like reply to you.
Yeah, dude, like, you have a big following.
Somewhat, yeah. And I try to like keep that in my head too. Like, yeah, I'm like lucky that people even want to like look at any of the shit I do.
Yeah, which is funny because like social media, I mean, at least Instagram at least is like mostly all videos now. But yeah, you get attention just from like pictures.
You see the food account?
Yeah. That's something. That's an account, all right.
That's my baby. Yeah, the food account is West House of Munch. My like raw ass food reviews.
I looked at it. Oh my god. Okay. So
those are shot on iPhone.
So then do you feel like you've been able to like make a full career out of photography then?
Yeah. I mean, it's my full-time gig, It comes from this, and then I shoot for the Cuff and Queer Bar on Capitol Hill. That's like my, I guess like once a month, pretty big gig, mixed with the Patreon, mixed with like other odd jobs here and there.
Dang. But you're able to do media without being super on media.
Dude, I mean, yeah, like I feel like the most successful you can be is to be at the point where you're like, I don't even have social media anymore.
Yeah.
Like once you can delete that shit.
You tell me this, and it turns out you live in like a cardboard box.
No,
and you're just putting pictures to like the garbage can and being like,
I'm sick. I mean, yeah, like Chappelle doesn't have Instagram.
Yeah, he does. He followed me up. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
He deleted it. He's gone.
Okay.
He's doing his thing.
But he's like out there. I guess you're out there too then, I guess.
Yeah, I'm out there. People see me. They say hey.
Yeah. Okay. So then how did this all come together for you then? So you moved from Alaska to Seattle after traveling around different countries, and then did it just click?
Just want to continue to grow, I think.
Yeah.
There used to be a zine called Northwest Sound Exchange.
Yeah.
And it was like super DIY, black and white photo inkjet paper zine.
Mm-hmm.
And I found one of those, and in the back of that zine was like, hey, if you want to shoot for us, like, let me know. So I hit up those guys, and I started shooting a lot of like DIY shows. And I was like, I don't know the years kind of blend together. I don't have not good with
How
dates.
old are you, by the way? I think that'll help people.
I'm 30. Just turned 30.
Okay, you're pretty young. You look like you're like you could be anywhere between like late 20s to like maybe mid 40s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Maybe it's because the 5 o'clock
in that
shadow.
20-year gap.
Something.
I'm somewhere in there.
You're pretty young then. I couldn't tell. I couldn't get a read on it. Okay, but so you've been in Seattle for like 8 years.
Yeah, 8
then.
years, coming on like 10.
Okay,
it's crazy.
But then how, like, just for like, because we use this podcast to like learn about you, but also inspire others though. So like when you came to Seattle, how long did that take for you to start getting any type of photography gigs? Like.
What do you define as like a gig?
Oh, that's fair. Anything could be a gig.
Anything's
I guess.
a gig. Like to make a living on it, to like get paid to do it. It feels very recent.
Okay.
I think during the pandemic is when I like started putting blocks together to like make something more sustainable. Because before that I was just kind of like I was still working day jobs and like trying to figure out photo gigs. No one tells you like how to do shit,
Right. I bet especially not in photography because I bet like for you're saying you shoot at Cuff, Queer Bar, you did Defy. I bet when they find someone, they stick with that person. So I bet
not necessarily. No.
I would assume this is what I'm assuming. Obviously, you're going to prove me wrong, but like I would assume like it would seem like a brand would find a photographer, work with that person, and then photographers may not want to share that info, and so they don't get like.
No, I think I feel like I'm tight with all the photographers and wrestling photographers. There's like 40 of us in the world, dude. We're all in the group chat.
But that's small then. 40 in the world?
Yeah.
That's not that many.
There's going to be a time where you're not going to be able to make the gig and you want to hand it off to someone that you trust and vice versa. It's like I try not to be like protective with stuff like that. We're always texting each other, hey, can you fill in for this? Hey, I can't make it. This cool gig,
Okay.
So
that's interesting because I do feel like in other art forms then there's a lot of like gatekeeping, whether it's purposeful or not.
I hate that shit. Yeah.
Or even like I'm a DJ too, right? And like with DJing, there's definitely a ton of like gatekeeping for like clubs because
it's just that's an insecurity. That's so whack, dude. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, for sure. So I'm just trying to connect with you on that. Okay, so you moved to Seattle and like, what was your first job when you first moved here?
Dude, I worked at. I don't think it's there anymore. It was like right up on like 3rd, I think. I worked at like a French bakery.
Okay.
And it was so bullshit, dude. No. Because they were in the middle of changing like the minimum wage thing. The minimum wage the minimum wage law.
Yeah.
And like minimum wage was like a certain price, but for some reason, like if you were a small local business that only had like under a certain number of employees, you could pay less than that.
Oh my God.
So I was like doing the math. I was like, yo, this isn't gonna cover like anything.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So that was my first gig. And I remember the only person I was like friends with at that job just like didn't show up one day. She's like, I'm not gonna come tomorrow. It's like I was like, I get it, man. So that was like my first gig, and then I worked at a company called Fresh Flowers, which for a long time that was like the spot. It's like it was a bakery and coffee shop, and then I was doing that while doing the photo hustle.
Okay.
On lunch break, texting everyone I know, emailing everyone about trying to get these shows, trying to shoot.
So what type of photography? So you started out in wrestling photography when you were in Seattle because you said your friend or your roommate.
Just anything. I love photographing people. I love people in general, especially like passionate people, passionate fan bases, passionate like whatever it may
Yeah.
be. And
So, so have you gotten into music then, or
yeah,
yeah?
I shoot music like when I can.
Yeah.
Did I just shoot? I don't know. I was just at some show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've shot a ton of stuff. I'm applying for stuff. Shot My Chemical Romance. That was like a
Oh,
fun
nice.
one.
Okay.
AFI. These are like, wow, I do feel old. I shot Kesha.
Yeah. Third Eye
Iggy
Blind.
Azalea. Apparently Drake.
You shot Drake's dick leak. That's what we did. We
Yeah, I
figured
shot
out.
Drake's dick shots. Yeah, no, I shoot music. I just try and photograph people doing anything. Like
Okay.
just into photographing people. And I think also for photography for me, it's hard for me to dial in on one thing. I get bored with the same subject matter.
Got it.
So when I can jump around, that's when I'm like really high on life.
Yeah.
The ultimate is like shooting like bloody deathmatch wrestling one day and then the next day like doing like someone's like baby photos
Okay.
or like food photography.
So people have you for baby showers?
They
and
used
stuff?
to,
Okay.
not as much. I'm doing like a wedding like next month, but I think like
Oh.
my style is pretty dialed in. So
Seems like you're like edgy,
yeah,
right?
whatever, you know, take what we can get.
Right? You want to when you want to describe your style as like grungy or edgy, like you seem like you know like do like cool grungy stuff. I wouldn't expect you to shoot a wedding even unless it's
Yeah,
like
I've
a
shot a
grungy
wedding. I've
wedding.
done it. I've done it before. I'm doing another one. It's like a game show wedding, so we'll
Oh,
see.
so it's a cool, but it's not like you wouldn't be like the type of person that's going to take pictures of someone like at a horse ranch or
That
like,
would be sick.
Oh, okay. So you are into anything.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Like a horse show would be sick. Yeah, like that'd be cool.
Okay, I'm just trying to understand like your art form or whatever. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
everything, man. That's
Okay.
what photography is. Everything.
But
It's
people
not-
say that, but everyone has their own style though. So what is your style right now? Would you say?
My style, like just the way I shoot, I think I utilize like a lot of really hard light. I use like a flat, like I have a flash on my camera and now it's like off. So I'll point my camera at you and use the flash over here to kind of get a little more of a
Right, right.
dynamic
I've seen that.
angle. But I'm like once again, I love it, but now I'm kind of bored on that. So I'm back to like soft boxes and like nice, making things look nice.
Okay.
But when I shoot conventions or like cosplay, I'm always like the harsh light of reality,
Got
like
it.
blasting
Yeah,
on these cosplayers.
So are you like a go-to photographer for people, or like how do people find you? Or are you still looking for people? Obviously, you have Queer Bar and Cuff and all that, but like, how do people find you?
I find
currently?
them
Or you
usually.
find
I
them?
find whatever when something comes along that looks cool, I feel lucky enough to shoot an email or two and
Yeah.
it works out or it doesn't.
What is that like for a photographer? Like, do you have to like sell yourself each time? Or
Yeah, like well now I have my own magazine, so
Mhm.
that helps. Like, hey, you'll be on the front of the magazine. Like I
Yeah.
promise that. We just shot Twisted. Twisted.
Mhm.
Twisted.
Yeah.
You ever fuck with them?
I know who they are.
You down with the clown?
ICV, dude.
You down with the clown?
A couple songs.
Couple of
Are you
songs?
down with the?
Dude, yeah, family, bro. Whoop whoop.
Whoop,
Yeah, I
whoop,
love that shit.
whoop,
No,
whoop.
yeah, no, that was fun. I applied to shoot The Gathering too.
Yeah.
We'll see, but now the 25th anniversary of The Gathering's next year, and there's
shit.
already. It feels weird that people are already hyped on the 2 years from now one when
Yeah.
the coming up one. I'm like, hey, that's gonna be cool too, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That could be fun.
So so you travel a lot then for
I
shooting?
try.
You try.
I try. Yeah, I love traveling.
What is
but
that like for a photographer? Like, are people paying for you to fly, or do you have to like fly
If I can get
yourself?
like one big client that'll pay for that, I'll try and cut deals for other homies.
Mhm.
But yeah, just Instagram or
Yeah.
DM people.
So like, I know a lot of like photographers starting out. They just like bring their camera to a concert or whatever and just shoot, and then hopefully that artist or whoever will check their DMs and look at those photos.
Dude,
right?
they ain't gonna check their DMs.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's rare. It depends on who it is. You know,
Mhm.
like if you look at artists or look at their account and they're sharing stuff like that, well, yeah, that guy
Yeah.
checks it. But usually you got to hit up like a manager or the venue or something
Got
like
it.
that.
So like, how does someone? But if someone's starting that way, how does someone turn that into making money from shooting? You know, because I feel like sometimes artists or whatever feel like, oh, of course I'm the act. You should shoot me for free or whatever. Like I've had a lot of like hip hop artists come to town and be like, oh, I know you know friends that shoot. I'm cool. Won't they do it for free? You know. So like, how does that?
You're probably going to shoot it for free. I mean, realistically, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
If you're applying or you're asking, like, yeah, but what can you do with the photos to flip them? You know, like, how can you make money off that? Which is where the Patreon luckily comes in. Like, I feel like by not having a niche and the niche being, here's what I'm into, hopefully you fuck with it. I feel like I've been able to cultivate kind of a community and people that want to just see the stuff I'm photographing in general. So through that, I can do deals for less if people can't afford me, or work with artists that aren't going to pay me or can't afford to pay me because other people will pay to see those photos.
Oh,
So like going to Twisted, like you're not going to pay me, but they gave me all access and did an interview, which was great. I told them they're going to be in the magazine. It's like I met people at the show. I interviewed people. I interviewed fans.
yeah.
One idea I had, I interviewed Twisted, but wouldn't it be kind of fun, like to run their interview next to like a fan? So like I'm like, hey, what's Twisted's like next big move? Like, what do you guys think it's going to be? And then like also ask a fan, like, hey, what do you think their next thing should be? And then run those next to each other. Or, like I asked them, like it was the 20-year anniversary of the Green Book tour. That was like their big thing that they were on. So I asked them, like, looking back on their career, like, what's their highlights? And then also ask a fan, like, hey, looking back on their career, what's like your highlights? So running those next to each other and just trying to like stay creative like that. Like that's some money coming in from somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
Eventually it'll work out, you know.
So is this all a digital magazine right now, or is it like
digital and physical? I'm really trying to push the physical. Oh, gonna burp? No. Thought I was gonna burp.
Oh. Okay.
Forced that one, but
oh my gosh.
yeah, I'm all about physical media, man. Like I think it's making a comeback. I can't be the only one that's like sick of social media and like all that
the apocalypse
shit.
is coming, so we need to have
The apocalypse is coming, or I'm just sick of like getting ads for dick pills every 30 seconds, you know?
Yeah.
Like
what if you start putting dick pill ads on your like magazines?
That'd be the ultimate. I wanted to do a video that no one's caught on. I thought we could do supersize me with dick pills. Where I take one like for 30 days straight, just keep like munching them.
Oh my gosh. You just get stuck with like
You can take that idea.
I'm definitely gonna do that.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I see the rappers all up and down Aurora, so I'm like, people are popping them.
No. I found a condom right outside the front door here.
I'm talking about the rhino pills.
Yeah, but I know, but like maybe they were on some rhino pill also.
No headaches. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that is just throw it on Aurora. That's pretty great. But that's cool that you have a Patreon. Do you think that's a common thing that photographers try to do?
I don't think so. There's not a lot on there because took me a long time to figure out Patreon. I'm still figuring it out.
Right.
Just figured out that I can put photos in the article because I do like big write-ups and stuff. So I'm always trying to like adapt the Patreon to make it interesting and like worth people's while. The other photographers that I've noticed on Patreon usually are like more boudoir-y.
Like Drake's Dick League.
Yeah, you're selling stuff like that, which is fine, dude. No shade. I shoot all kinds of sex workers as well.
Turns into OnlyFans, I guess, at that point, right?
Yeah, I think Patreon has like kind of similar guidelines for as OnlyFans. You can kind of, as long as everyone's like willing, it seems good to go. You can just mark adults.
Got it. So like with your magazine, where can people find it if they want to like actually have a physical copy? Like, are you mailing
the highest
people,
tier on Patreon is a subscription where I'm trying to. So here's the real tea. I love doing a magazine. It's quarterly now. I was doing digital magazines monthly, but I couldn't. Dude, that's unsustainable to shoot that much and do that. I'm surprised they did it for like a year and a half.
And how many pages is your magazine usually?
The last one was, I think, 80.
Oh my god.
The new one's at 160.
Oh my god.
And it's like intense, like graphic design stuff. So that comes out quarterly. It's a $20 tier on Patreon.
Yeah. And
if you're getting it through Patreon, it comes with an art print. Nice. I'm trying to do other shit to like incentivize people. I've got like so many ideas. Stickers are easy.
Yeah.
Doing tech decks were like an idea.
Shit.
I got some mock-ups of those. When's this come out? I have like a whole
probably 3 weeks.
Oh shit, yeah. Hey, I have a whole set of Magic the Gathering cards I did.
Shit.
Like in booster packs with my art, real cards. I got so sick of Magic, like Magic charging like $400 for cards and shit. I was
damn.
Like, dude,
they get that expensive?
Dude, it's insane.
Holy shit.
It's like I'll make my own, and I did.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I did that. And those are gonna come with some of the zines and stuff like that. So people can get a subscription through Patreon, or I have like a shop where you can just buy the books or magazines on their own.
And do you write also then? Or
do interviews, I do write-ups. Because initially I thought I could just chop up, like I'll do like a 5,000 word essay on Patreon. I was like, I'll just chop that up and put it. That would be the article.
Right.
And it's never that. I've never done that. I don't know why I thought it would be easy.
Yeah.
It's always like an interview or like different things. Like I was I went to Japan recently and I was photographing a fetish night at like an Osaka nightclub.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it was so wild to like,
What made it fetishy?
there's like people getting like tied up or like there's some BDSM stuff
Like
or
there's like actual sex happening at the club?
no, but like sexual to some people.
Yeah.
Or there was like a booth where you would like lay down and look up through like a fake toilet and like a woman would like squat like above that.
You see
And
their butthole?
I didn't do it, I was just I was an observer. I was taking in everyone else's things, but being like in that scene was wild just because I can't communicate with anyone there. I'm just like kind of
Oh.
here in Japan. Like
You didn't know you probably met some people that
yeah, I
spoke
got
English.
friends over there and
Yeah,
stuff, but they don't speak English that well.
Wow.
So like for that article in the current magazine, I just texted my friend the pictures that's in Japan and I go, "What's going on here?" And she would
Ah.
explain in Japanese and then I translate it. So it's like kind of broken English like
Yeah.
here's what this photo is. So
Yeah.
trying to like mix up the articles into something fun and digestible cuz
Yeah.
the hardest part about being a writer is no one's gonna read it. Like people don't read. It
Oh.
sucks. So like if it's 2 sentences, you can't help but read.
Yeah.
You can't help but read a stop sign. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
make it that
Yeah.
level of digestible with my
Got it.
photos.
What about doing like little audio? Do you do audio clips at all then or no?
I tried, but even I think that's hard, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard getting people to pay attention. You're fighting so much other stuff
Yeah.
online. If it's a magazine, at least it's like on your table,
Yeah, it's pictures and stuff.
pictures.
Okay.
It's hard not to look at my photo. I think a lot of my stuff is so intense. It's
Yeah.
hard not to be like, yo, what?
Yeah. So how'd you get involved in going to Japan then?
These are my same homies I met when I was like 22. I just kept
Oh,
up with
wow.
them. And she
Cool.
invited me. I just turned 30 and I felt
Happy
like,
birthday.
thank you.
Yeah.
I felt like I really discovered myself in Japan. Like I said, I was 22 when I left.
Yeah.
So at 22 in Japan, like coming from a small town with one road on an island
Damn.
to the biggest, like densest city in the world, it was like I really stepped into my own there, really
Yeah.
became myself. And it felt like, oh, I'm 30. I put so much importance on turning 30. I
Yeah.
need to go back.
Yeah.
And then I quickly was like, damn, I can't afford this.
Oh.
So I wasn't going to go. And then my friend was like,
Yeah.
hey, do you want to come to this fetish night in Osaka? And I was like, you can't say no to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Are there any communities that you're not part of yet that you're trying to get involved with?
Trying like in a full community, say no. I don't really. I mean, I'm just kind of open to whatever comes my way. I'm not like
Yeah.
actively seeking out communities. There's people I would love to photograph.
Drake's penis or
You
already did
whatever
that,
comes
my
my way.
bad.
I wanted to photograph the national conventions, the Republican and Democratic national conventions
Okay.
in August. So that would be cool.
Would you like to be serious or to be like what would you make
Just to
like
see it. I don't
Okay.
know. What's it? Do you know what it would
do you
even
like a
look
hard
like?
do a hard light on Trump or something? That'd be
That'd be
funny.
crazy to photograph Trump. I mean, he's gonna be there. There's gonna be like passionate,
Yeah.
wild people out there, and to see both sides of that, like the Republican and the Democratic one,
Yeah.
and then that next weekend is the gathering of the Juggalos. Like
Oh shit.
that is a perfect encapsulation of America, and I would love to see all of it. Like,
Damn.
I think it's all that whole scene is like, yeah, I don't know. It's just be a whole thing.
Do you follow like Andrew Callahan at all? Like the
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I fuck with him. He's from here too.
Yeah, Ballard.
He's from Ballard. Whoa.
Yeah.
Wicked.
So do you claim that you're from Seattle at this point then, or do you say
Depends on who I'm talking to.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't want to get into Alaska shit, but
Okay.
yeah.
I went to Alaska last year, but I went to Anchorage. That's
What'd you
probably,
think?
A little depressing, right?
What was depressing?
It was like winter.
Dude, you went to Alaska in the winter? You crazy.
Yeah, I went for a little tour stop.
Tour like a concert?
Yeah, I was DJing a event.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How was the event?
It was cool. It was really cool. It's called Parlor in the Rounds. So like this organization hand selects different artists from different states and sometimes from Alaska as well to all work together and do this like whole showcase. It's pretty cool. And my friend originally is from Alaska and he moved to Seattle and he invited me to be his DJ.
Whoa.
So,
What'd you spend? People like it?
yeah, it was like I didn't get to spend as much as the music I wanted to play. More as like I ended up playing more of like a supporting role. Well, obviously I was there for my friend, but it was very much like a supporting role in helping facilitate like the different tracks that the artist needed to play, so they didn't have to worry about figuring out how they're going to play it. Like I played it off my deck and stuff like that. But overall, it was an interesting experience. I bet Alaska is way more fun in the summertime or spring even, but
Nope.
no? Oh, okay. But, yeah, it was just, it's cold. Wasn't
Dark.
Yeah.
It's really drunk, probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't maybe if I went with a group of friends again, I would go, but I don't think I'm ever like, I wanna go on my own to Alaska to rediscover myself when I was 22.
Be cool. Hey, you never know, dude. You'll never
I don't
know.
know.
You know.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm feeling it, I'll watch like tours of Barrow, Alaska, the most northern city. Like,
Okay.
damn, look how far we've come.
Do you ever go have you ever go back to Alaska?
Sometimes I recently signed up for all the last minute cruise deals. So I was like, if I could get like a
Okay.
killer deal on like a cruise, I would hop on a. They called me yesterday and they're like,
Okay.
"How soon would you be willing to go?" It's like depending on my schedule. If you call me, I could be there next
Mhm.
day, potentially same day if the scheduling allows it. And they're like, "Oh
Yeah.
damn." So yeah, I'm not like against it, but
Yeah.
I would never live there again.
Yeah. So as like a photographer, do you have like constraints that you have to like follow, or can you just pick up and go wherever you want, or what is that like?
Well, as like a freelancer, I'm always selling my future time.
Yeah.
So like my calendar is always like, hey, in 2 months you have to be right here at this time.
Yeah.
So it fills up. Sometimes it like I'll really book myself solid
Mhm.
without noticing, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh damn, no days off for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's how it goes.
So are you not super invested in like these like all the new cameras and tech that's coming out? Because you said you
Some
like
of it.
VCR. Like, are you gonna get the newest like Sony camera or anything like that? Or?
I'm on a D850 right now, which is like a
Okay.
47 megapixel DSLR. I still have the mirror in there.
Mhm.
I'm looking for something to go mirrorless, but I'm not like happy with how it handles like skin tones on hard flash, like that style that I like.
Got it.
Something's just like off about it. Like digitally, it doesn't look super right. So
Got
I'm
it.
not against it, but yeah, I just like that old shit. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
fun. It's nostalgic.
Like Polaroids and stuff.
I shoot a
Or?
lot of Polaroids. I shoot a lot of disposable cameras.
Mhm.
I'm like cursed with film cameras. I break them
Oh my
like
gosh.
almost immediately. So disposables are so cheap and like tough.
I won't let you touch my Insta
The
X then.
Instax, yeah, dude. I got the Instax wide. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Just challenging myself to use different stuff, play with like different mediums.
Yeah. So what does like a normal day in photography look like for you?
There is no normal days. Um, I try and wake up at like 6, so I'm up hella early.
Damn.
Dude, that's when my brain. Some people like work well at night. I'm kind of
Oh
switching over to
yeah.
that.
I have to do daytime for me too.
Dude, if I wake up, whatever I'm doing it. So like if I wake up and I accidentally flip on the like PlayStation, it's a place I'm doing it all day.
Yeah.
But if I can like crawl to my desk, first cup of coffee, I'm like on the laptop editing or like doing the layouts for the magazine, I could do that
Yeah.
all day. So I try and do that until like 1 or 2 and then like get my groceries taken care of, see where the day goes.
Yeah.
The weekends are usually when I like tend to shoot like more. So it depends on where that is, what time of the year, what I want to shoot.
Mhm.
But usually on the weekends, I'll be shooting until midnight, 1 a.m., come home. I pride myself in like having a pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah.
So like depending on the client, I try and flip it in like 24 hours or within the week.
Yeah.
Sometimes I sit on stuff for a little longer if it's crazier, but
Do you ever just like take a photo and have to do no editing, or obviously if it's like a
no,
Polaroid?
never.
But do you edit a lot,
I
or
edit my Polaroids too, yeah.
really?
A little bit, yeah,
How?
sometimes.
You have to take a picture of the
I'll
Polaroid?
Photoshop them. Yeah, I'll Photoshop the frame. I'll get it to kind of like look a little more how I like. Sometimes I do that, not all the time. Depends on what I'm using it for. Sometimes I like the raw, not looking good thing, but
Mhm.
it's art. There's no rules to it. I like to mess with all that stuff.
Yeah. So we talked about before the podcast about like AI. Like, what do you think about like generative fill and all the stuff
Dude, I
that's
use it more than I thought I would.
okay?
For generative fill, because especially my camera shoots like 11 by 17 or something,
Yeah.
but like the pages of my book are 8.5 by 11.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll like make the photo smaller and generate fill like to fill in the whole page and then cut around it.
Yeah.
So I use that.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
it's pretty insane how good it is.
Yeah.
I got an ad the other day that was like using generative fill to be like draw handmade stars. I'm like, well, where are you pulling those from?
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. My guest I just had on, Nash Pearson. I think he solely does video, but like he's been using generative fill for like video shots and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. So like, I think he said how you have to do it is like you have to keep your camera still because you kind of like use the background of the video as a picture as well, and then you kind of crop around. So you make the scene bigger, and then you have to keep the video in a specific thing so it lines up with what's actually going on and stuff. But like all that stuff is really cool. So are you into this AI stuff then? You're saying you're using it, but like how do you feel about like the future of AI with like photography and
It is what it is. I mean, what am I gonna do about it?
yeah.
It is what it is.
You could
Probably
take down
gonna suck. I'll just keep trying to do my thing,
yeah.
until I can't.
Yeah. But you know what's I was just at this like I think they're obviously like overcharging, but like there's this like I think it's like kind of like a vintage thrift store down the street.
I was just there.
Okay, yeah.
It's insanely expensive.
Yeah, dude, they were charging like $25 for a VHS. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, what the fuck? Yeah, well, it depends on the tape, but the shit they
have
like there,
Bambi and stuff.
Yeah, it's all like mass-produced tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get all my stuff from Al's Music and Games.
Oh shit, I'm trying to interview them or get a sponsorship or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you should.
Yeah.
I'm going there right after this.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. I did ads for them as well.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're open to like working with like media and stuff.
Yeah, they love it.
Damn, because they have two shops. They have
Al's in Hi-Fi Lo-Fi and Al's in Federal Way.
Damn.
So
have you met like the owner? Is the owner cool?
Yeah, it's one of my best friends.
Really? Can you connect me with him then?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
His name actually Al?
Her name is Alex.
Oh, it's a her. I didn't even know. Okay,
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Wow, this is better than I expected.
Shout out Goose.
Okay. Fuck yeah. So why'd you step away from Defy then? Or
it's just, I was there for 5 years, man. Like,
that's a long time,
it's a long time, and I love wrestling. But I think being in the same venue with a lot of the same people was a big workload, and I felt personally like I've kind of seen a lot of it. Like, what could I do to push myself creatively in this space? And at a certain point, I felt like I exhausted my creative options. And that kind of led to that.
Yeah, I see that. Like I've only been doing it for a year, and there's obviously they bring in new talent every once in a while, but it definitely is a lot of the same talent. So I guess.
Yeah, and the lighting is like similar, and the venue. Like I love being in different venues and utilizing like different spaces, to like really help tell those like wrestling stories. So now I shoot for AEW. Like I do their
super cool. How'd you get involved? Just because the direct Defy thing?
I've been shooting wrestling for a long time, and then when they came through town, I hit them up. Yeah. Dang. So yeah, I do that like every other month, and I just do backstage portraits, and that's.
So you have to travel for that, I'm guessing.
When we're in the same city, and it lines up.
Okay.
And creatively, I feel like really fulfilled with doing portraits and stuff like that. Okay. I still love ringside stuff. Like I'm 30, dude. My knees suck.
No.
Yeah, dude, it sucks. I wear like knee pads, and it's still like brutal. I shot ringside for Prestige last month because a lot of my friends from Japan were wrestling there. And fried my knees, dude. I had like 3 hours like on a hardwood floor. And Portland is rough.
Yeah, I bet. That's why I'm just like my whole thing is just sitting and talking. Or
that's chill, dude. That's what's up.
But I'm trying to figure out.
We gotta chill. I feel right. I'm chilling, dude. I feel bad. I talked trash on this chair earlier. I was like, damn.
Yeah, you called my chair gay.
I did not do that. No, I said it's hard to sit up straight in this chair. And like, look at it. It's like eating me down.
But yeah, that's the thing I'm trying to figure out because everything is like so like I'm either editing or doing interviews, so it's like all very sedentary. So that's my biggest issue right now. Like I work out and stuff, but I still feel like I've come up with a word for it called podcast gut, where you're just like kind of sedentary. So I'm just trying to figure out
the podcast on a bike.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Peloton.
Was that Eric Andre where they were like rapping while doing American Ninja Warrior?
Oh yeah, that was so funny.
We do some podcasts and shit like that. Podcasts so on the treadmill.
So you're into like all that, like what is like your favorite, like if you're not involved in a community and you just like want to enjoy watching something or whatever, like
I don't.
No?
I don't watch shit, yeah.
Really? You know Eric Andre though?
I know Eric Andre, yeah.
But like you're not like into like adults. You have a PlayStation, so
got
like
a PS5, dude.
Yeah, so
I barely turn it on though. Okay. I'm on the Steam Deck and I got the GameCube hooked up. Al's just gave me I have a small old TV in the corner.
Oh my gosh.
So that's what my VCR and like my old game stuff's on. It's like even with like talking back about the social media stuff, and like I feel the same way about PlayStation and shit. It's like, dude, can I just like have it work? Like I log in, like friends are coming online, and like I could buy this on sale. It's like, I just want the disc in, like no bullshit.
Oh.
Like that's where I'm at right now.
So Is it because do you think you're like an old soul or something, or you're just like,
dude, I'm just overwhelmed,
over
man.
it?
Like I think my attention can only be pulled so many directions, and
Yeah.
that's how I feel about it. I feel like I'm getting pulled in too many directions, and I don't have the attention span for that anymore.
Yeah.
So like the only way to really do it is to go back to this. Also reading Rick Rubin's book, which is like,
Okay.
have you read that?
No.
Oh, is this Creative Mind by Rick Rubin?
Is it good? You didn't watch that interview where he said he doesn't actually produce anything?
What do you mean? He's produced like the best albums I've ever heard.
You know, he made he just did like an interview last year saying he actually didn't produce any of it.
Oh, what did he do then?
He was just the executive producer.
Yeah, whatever. I still trust it. I don't know.
I still trust.
It's very woo-woo.
Obviously, to be in the rooms, to be in the room with any of those people he's been in the room with, that you obviously add something to the table or to the environment or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
So,
but his book is very it's like woo-woo. So like read that. His thoughts on being a creative person or how to be creative or what creativity means. Really up in there. I read a chapter, I go, do I agree with this? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
Gives me something to chew on throughout the day though.
Yeah, especially anytime he's like on like any TV show. Or have you seen Dave? You don't even know what
I don't even know what Dig is.
Dave?
Dave?
I don't even know what Dave is. Do you know who Little Dicky is?
Yeah.
So Little Dicky has a TV show called Dave, and he has this whole like couple episodes where he's at like Rick Rubin's house, and Rick Rubin's like super into like yoga, and he has a super long beard and stuff.
Just reading his book, I can tell.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised. The book is probably like
it's very like Buddhist. It's very like there's a line where it's like, "Is a peach tree that makes a peach not art?"
Yeah. So, do you feel like do you feel happier that you're like kind of like off?
Feels better, yeah. Just creating stuff. I think getting too into making stuff for an algorithm or like just to say that I did something weekly, is not fulfilling. Like I'd rather put out stuff that like I'm like, damn, this shit's wild though. Like doing a big story on Minoru Suzuki.
Okay.
It's gonna come out like today.
Nice.
Tomorrow, depends on when I go home and like finish it. But my friend Rio in Japan, like we've just been talking.
Wait, how's it gonna be put out if you put it on your
Patreon? I do Patreon.
Okay, got it.
Try and do it weekly. Like last week I did 2 posts because I had 2 on my mind. Try and give people their $3 worth. What does $3 worth of art look like? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of words and a lot of photos.
I don't know, man. Subscriptions are expensive, so I think $3 is worth it, man.
Yeah, it's $3, $10, or $20.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Shout out to everyone that's supporting me.
And are you doing anything to like promote? Obviously, you're on the show now, so fuck yeah. But
I should promote it more than I do. No, I just I don't know. Yeah, just been so head down on the magazine. When it comes out, I'll do a bunch of promotion.
Yeah.
And then I'll sit down and think about it some more.
But like, are you like interested in like? Would you ever want to see your magazine? And what are those things called outside? There's like boxes where you open it and pull out a newspaper.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool, but I'm not doing anything to do that. Because right now it's everything I'm shipping everything. I pack everything.
Dang.
Like I shoot the magazine, I interview for the magazine, I edit the magazine, I do the layouts.
Yeah.
I publish them, they ship to my house, I ship them to you.
Yeah.
It's like everything is coming directly through me.
You like that?
At a certain point, dude. I'm pretty run down at this point.
So what do you need? Do you want to hire like employees or?
No. I just want to find myself. Want to relax. Part of me wants to sit at home and do nothing for like a full week.
Right. But you can't, or can you? Or...
I mean, yeah, I can do anything. Eventually, I'll lose the house.
Can you fly?
Too long. Ooh, did I what?
Can you fly?
Fly a plane?
You said you could do anything. I don't know, just like fly and.
Yeah, dude.
just fly.
What do you want to do creatively?
What I'm doing on like a much larger scale. I think I'm doing all right now, but also I'm like. I have a lot of goals. Like I want to.
That's good.
Yeah. Like, do you know The Breakfast Club? Do you know
the movie?
Oh, the movie's pretty good. We know like the radio show, The Breakfast Club. Really?
Is it local?
No.
Oh.
It's like one of the biggest radio stations.
Oh. In Alaska, we had 2 radio stations.
Oh.
One was like the local one, and one was NPR.
Okay.
And when I have a video somewhere of like when you hit the seek button and it would just go all the way up and then start again and then go back to the radio station you were on.
Oh my god!
So like I missed out on a lot of radio shit. Now that I'm here too, I don't have a car, so it's like.
Wait, how'd you get here?
I just freaking hop on the E.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
That's not bad.
Ain't no party like an E-line party.
Ain't no party like an E-line party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess my goals are I want to be like as big as like David Letterman or something.
Okay.
You know, I want to be. I feel like I picked a career where I can like age into it. I think I do get shot down a lot because of my age. Unfortunately, I get like people bring up my age all the time, and like as like to to like, yeah, shoot me down, which is a weird thing. I feel like I'm young and should be exciting that I'm doing stuff at a young age, but for whatever reason, some people think of that as like a lack of experience or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I
What
feel
do
like,
you mean by some people? People that are like offering you people you want to interview, or
yeah,
people?
people I want to interview certain times if I'm in like certain environments, like even at the comedy festival I was at, like people just come up and like stop a conversation because they're like, oh, this guy's super young, and they just wouldn't want to talk to me. It was weird.
Weird.
Yeah,
Huh.
it happens all the time for whatever reason. And I don't feel like there's a young creative community wherever you go, but I don't feel like there's like a established young creative community, so I'm kind of in my own
It's rough
little
out here,
thing.
dude. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be really hard. I would have a really hard time starting here
Yeah.
again right now.
Yeah.
Because when I was like shooting DIY shows in people's like living room and stuff, it was like I can't imagine now like paying $4,000 for a house and having people like play a metal show in the living room. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
It's just so expensive. Like, is there still house? Like,
Yeah,
part of me feels like I aged out of it. Also,
I haven't been to many house shows because I don't know. I mean, I'm also like OCD to the point where like, not saying I don't want to experience things just to experience things, but like I want to experience things to see like the growth. And I just feel like a lot of house shows is just like people are doing that because they're in college and it's something fun, but it's not like, how can I take this house show to the next level and like own a building in Seattle where I'm supporting all these bands. That's where I'm like, I'm thinking about what's the evolution of this house show, not just like,
well,
I'm
the
doing
bands
this.
on it. You know, you never know who's gonna end up in what.
That's true. But like, I don't know. I'm trying to connect with people my age that like want to like be bigger than themselves, and with the goal in mind to be bigger than themselves. Versus, I feel like a lot of people are just doing things to do things, and then like, if it turns into something bigger, that's cool. But like, I'm in this studio, and it's been less than a year, and I'm already like, okay, so how do I take over this whole floor in the next year or two?
Shrewd businessman.
No,
you're gonna take over the what is it, the broccoli kitchen or whatever?
There's like no one on this floor. That's the
sick.
thing. So it would be like, how can I kick out the no? How do I just like, how do I become successful enough where I could have more spaces? Which means there's different variation for my clients to have more of a unique shows and bigger space. Maybe even do like little tiny desk shows in the other space, because this space is like big enough for what I'm doing. And like when I first started podcasting as a producer, like the studio was smaller than the editing room. Even it was like the size of a bathroom. It was tiny.
Dang.
It was super small.
Yeah, it worked though, right?
Yeah, we made it work. So I've decided, I'm in this space. There's so many business owners in this area. So my goal right now, I just went to a business networking meeting the other day at the vintage shop. They hosted like on there, like more than half the business owners in Pioneer Square are like women owned. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome, And like all these people are like trying to figure out how to uplift the Pioneer Square community, because like Seattle Times and all these big publications, when there's like a show going on in the area, they like literally have like articles on how to get through Pioneer Square, like by going around, so you can go to the the fucking whatever that's called, the stadiums and
Remember
shit.
Upstream? That was fun.
I never went to it, but I know what it is.
It was super sick.
Yeah.
I had fun with them.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think it was like a rival. It was supposed to rival like South by Southwest.
Yeah.
And I think it was Paul Allen, right?
Yeah.
The
R.I.P.
other. Yeah, because he was down to not make money on it for like 10 years.
Yeah.
He had like a 10-year plan for it.
Yeah.
So I don't know anyone that paid for a ticket. Everyone just
That's
like
so
they were
cool.
giving out free tickets to whatever, and you just had a wristband, and you would any bar was a venue, and you just show this, and that like big building by the stadium had like a rooftop stage.
Yeah.
It was really sick.
Awesome.
I thought I was really bummed that we lost that one.
Yeah.
Because it did feel like something big was coming to Pioneer Square.
For sure.
Because it is a cool area.
Yeah.
But it's also
a lot of history.
It's
kind of unsafe right now, so I understand people's like, cautiousness about being here, but I feel like
I got a hit of fentanyl on your staircase, like just coming up, dude. I was like, yo.
Oh my God.
Good morning.
But I'm like, I'm in this area. I don't feel like it was luck that I ended up in Pioneer Square. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to grow and like build a community and be part of a community. So yeah, I think my biggest thing is my goals are to like make a community that's like well known outside of Seattle, and people are coming on my show to promote their books, their magazines, or whatever. I just want to be big, but I don't want to be like fucking Jeff Bezos or something crazy. I just want to be big and be like,
what do you mean by be big? Like physically large?
Like hard, man. I want to be. No, I want to be like. I want to be like a leader that's actually seen as like a leader that's like making a difference in their community. That's like like worldwide known, like nationally known.
Okay.
Like yeah, like you. Too bad you don't know what the Breakfast Club is. I want to be like Breakfast Club.
I mean, that's just how life is
yeah,
now. I could name like 20 things you don't know. It's like
yeah, for sure.
things are there's so many like niche communities, niche podcasts.
Yeah,
Like there's so many huge podcasts that like neither of us have heard of. It's
yeah,
it's just how it goes now, you know?
Yeah, like Breakfast Club's a radio station, and then there's like Joe Rogan who's his own thing. I would like to, or David Letterman, or any of those guys. I'd like to be a single. I never want to host. I want to be my own individual interviewer, or like Oprah or something like that.
The network.
Yeah, but in like a positive way that doesn't ever. Well, that's another thing. Who knows? Once you get to a certain level, who knows what it means to like sell out or whatever, or which is always so. I can't be like I want to be like Oprah, but not Oprah in other ways. I'm not saying I ever want to like sell. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
No.
Okay, I'm trying to say I want to be big and I want to be like make a difference and I want to be successful, and I want to name these people like Joe Rogan and Oprah, but all those guys are like fucked up in their own ways.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be fucked up.
I think everybody's just a little fucked up.
Yeah.
It's just we all have eyes on those guys, so we notice. I don't know.
That's fair. Like, what are your goals?
One of my goals?
Yeah.
Right now, short-term goal is the magazine's quarterly. Just doing 4. I committed to 4 of them.
Yeah.
Doing 4 of them. That's the current goal. There's like some people I want to like photograph that are like dream things that are like in the works, could happen.
Yeah.
I want to go to New York. Feel like these are obtainable goals.
Yeah.
I don't think I have too many like pie in the sky like impossibilities right now. Everything feels possible, which is cool. Love that. There was a time where it did not feel possible, but
yeah.
Same with like photography. There was a time where I really like when I was younger and more naive, I really felt like hot shit. I was like, dude, I know everything there is to know about photography.
Yeah.
And then I'm recently back at the I don't know shit, but I'm gonna learn shit. And then it comes back around to I don't know shit. It's just a vicious cycle.
That's a good cycle.
It's good. I'm always growing. Yeah, I don't want to be stagnant with it. So I'm in a big learning state. I'm like really trying to indulge and learn and talk to other creative people, like other photographers and peers, how they do things, and also like how they stay inspired. And like I'm trying to read Rick's book, or just try and find my own creative voice in all this.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I'm just trying to connect with people and see how far I can take this.
Do you feel like we connected?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we connected? Are we best friends?
Do you think we're like Avatar? Have you seen Avatar?
I haven't seen Avatar.
You haven't seen the first Avatar?
We had it on DVD at the old house, which I thought was funny, but I never watched it.
So you don't know about when they connect via ponytail?
I've heard.
Yeah.
Heard.
That's how you really connect.
Was it a good movie? Should I watch it?
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie? Should I watch it?
What is my favorite movie? I don't know. I'm into like some crazy movies lately.
Okay.
I'm really into like Korean or Japanese movies. Those have like the best like revenge storylines.
Okay.
I like crazy like
crazy revenge, people that wronged me after I get successful.
Not very successful. Oh. Like I don't think Old Boy was ever. Do you know what Old Boy is? I think it came out in 2005 or something. That's definitely not about someone who was successful, I think. Or was he? I forget. I don't think he was. He basically got like it's a super famous like revenge movie, but basically got like I forget. Oh yeah, that's a spoiler if I explain what happened. But basically, he ended up getting like kidnapped, and put into this like isolated room for like 15 years. And while that was going on, like the mastermind behind it was like planning what the guy's life was going to be like after he left that cage, basically. So then the guy thought he was like making all his own decisions, but it was all planned by this mastermind. And then it's the story about how he gets revenge on the mastermind. And it's like a psychological but super like fucked up gory movie too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We like gore? Into the gore, into the violence?
Like Quentin Tarantino.
Okay.
You like Quentin Tarantino? No?
Sure. I don't know.
What movies do you like?
I don't watch movies.
You have a favorite movie, probably.
My favorite movie is The Dirties by Matt Johnson.
What's that about?
I can't tell you without watching it, but do you ever see Nirvana the band, The Show?
Yeah. Nirvana performed down the street at Central Saloon.
No, Nirvana the band, The Show. It's a show about two guys in a band called Nirvana the band. Not Nirvana. They're two Canadian guys. It's one of my all-time favorite like things.
Are they a spoof of the band?
No, they have nothing to do with the band. They're just called Nirvana the band. That's their band name.
Were they before Nirvana?
No. They're like way after.
So they know about Nirvana.
Yeah, they know about Nirvana. But they made a movie, and it's also good. They're making a third season, hopefully. I got the Google Drive. I'll link you. But
wait, the third season? I thought you said it was a movie.
No, their movie's called The Dirties. He directed a movie called The Dirties.
Oh.
I liked that movie a lot. But yeah, I don't watch. I never watched a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
My parents were like big time hippies. TV screens are like bad.
Okay.
So like, yeah, I just didn't watch stuff, and now there's too much stuff. Now,
but isn't that weird then? So you want people to watch your stuff, but you don't watch other people's stuff?
I don't care if they watch. I mean, they can. I don't make a lot of stuff to watch. Yeah, like if you want to watch it, that's sick.
You can watch a picture. I guess.
You watch a picture, take it in. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of stuff.
Okay. So you seem like you're just like a really like chill guy or something.
Do I seem like a chill guy?
I don't know. I can't tell. Like you're either super chill or you don't care. I can't tell if you care about stuff.
Yeah, super. Deeply care about things. Yeah, deeply care about art, about creativity.
I feel like you're a YOLO guy or something.
A YOLO guy.
Are you a YOLO guy?
What does that mean?
You only live once, so fuck it. I don't know. You seem like
yeah.
Are you calculated?
Am I calculated? Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
See, you're like I don't know.
I like to have a plan. Yeah, going into things. Calculated about what? Yeah, I'm like calculated about my photography. I have a shot list. I have ideas of how I want to capture things. I have a grocery list. I have a budget for food the week.
Okay, but like, what is like what do you think is what's life to you? Like, what is?
It's to be experienced, dude. It's a big journey. It's full of adventure and possibility and people and things.
Yeah.
I'm all about getting out there.
Do you believe in like karma and stuff?
I think so.
Right.
Or just be good to people. We're all just homies out here. We're all people, dude.
Yeah. Are you religious at all?
No, I don't think so.
Me neither. You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Open to it, I guess. Yeah. Not gonna say no to anything, I guess.
Some of those Christians can be pretty crazy sometimes. So.
Yeah, they just everyone. If you think you're that right about something that big, like it would be hard not to.
Yeah.
Be like trying to get people on your side, I guess.
Okay. So are you like? Do you feel like you're introverted, extroverted?
Very extroverted. I took a BuzzFeed quiz.
Okay.
Like 98%.
Okay.
I love people. I love being out and around people. That's why I love photographing people. I love conventions.
Yeah.
Concerts.
Okay. I think I kind of.
You got it? You got a good picture of me?
I don't know, actually. I don't know. You seem like.
I never do interviews. You're like the first person I ever let interview me. I don't even show my face like online that often.
Wow. So are we going to do like the voice changer? Like
you can't. Yeah, that'd be sick.
My neighbors.
Slow it down. It's like a 10-hour podcast. No, I'm open to
That'd it. That'd be so funny.
I especially like on Instagram and stuff. I just I want my art to be like separated from me. I don't want my face and like my image to be associated with my art. I like it when people don't know what I look like. It's not part of it.
Yeah. Okay. So then why'd you accept doing this show then?
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds fun.
It was calculated.
Yeah, it sounds chill. I'll do it.
Okay.
Whatever. I'm on it.
So I give chill vibes at least.
Yeah,
right?
I see you chill. I watched an episode. I was like, you seemed young. I was like, I'll talk to the youth.
Okay.
I want to be a teacher. At the end of the day,
really,
I want to be a college professor. Yeah, I want to teach art.
Wow.
I want to help the youth.
Use one of the old projectors to show all your notes and stuff.
Not even know. Yeah, just like show me your work. Let's talk about it. Let's go out and shoot something new.
Yeah.
Hopefully, inspire people.
Would you be a hard grader though?
I don't know, dude. As long as you did it. I mean, like, it's art. Like, who am I to tell you it's bad? I mean, like, if that's your vision, that's your perspective, I can't flunk you. I just want to see it.
Yeah.
As long as you're trying and I feel like you actually want to do this.
Yeah. Is there any bad art? Is there any examples that you know of, like, this is actually just shitty?
Like, yes and no. I mean, to me, there's some stuff, like, I don't fuck with or, like, I'm not down with, but it's someone's perspective, dude. It's not like really my place to say this sucks or like it's just I say that I'm not into it.
What about like Jeff Koons? Do you like Jeff Koons?
I don't know him.
What?
Sorry.
Jeff Koons is like the artist guy that makes like he has like 15 or 20 other artists that work for him. Like he like comes up with an idea and then they actually do all the work,
It's a team effort.
Yeah, but some people are like, that's not what art is because that's literal like sculptures and stuff. Like he has like other people.
It is what it is. You can't say what art is everything. I just read Friggin' Rick Rubin's book, dude. He's telling me peach trees and rain clouds are art. So like, who am I to fucking disagree with him on that one?
How are they art?
They are. He just said they were.
So he's right.
I mean, yeah, he's got his own opinion on it. Yeah, just as long as you're doing it. I think as long as like there's different intentions behind making art, that's like always something I try and ask myself. Like, why did somebody create this? Was it a form of expression? Is it like purely to make money? Like that kind of skews what I consider to be good art. What's the pure like intention behind it?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not. I can't call anything good or bad, I guess.
Yeah.
There's stuff I like and there's stuff I don't like. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, it's art.
So do you think like money like dirties art, or
I think money dirties a lot of things.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
yeah, I'm pretty hard anti-money guy. It drives some people crazy. It drives myself crazy. My life would be a little easier. Like,
so like if you could just like live in a meadow and everything would be taken care of, would you live in a meadow, or would you prefer like a house? And
dude, if just a little space to call my own. My place now is pretty sick.
Okay.
A tiny little office, little room.
Okay.
A little place to lay my head.
Yeah.
$1,400 or whatever the fuck it is a little less sick. So having to push myself to like do things for money is like takes away. But like at the end of the day, I guess it's a motivator. Otherwise, I'd be sitting here taking my time on this magazine like for a year.
Yeah.
Or like just like, one day I'm gonna put this out. Yeah, it's gotta come out now.
Yeah. Would you ever live like in a hippie commune or anything?
Depends on the commune.
Okay.
Depends on the sitch. Yeah, like yeah, I think so. It depends on the bathroom situation. Yeah. I put a lot of importance in bathroom stitches.
Okay.
And where I'm ending up, what the bathroom's going to be like there.
What would you rate the bathroom at my studio?
It's all right.
It was all right.
Yeah, there's like some rust on the stall, which is fine.
Kind of weird.
I would assume that I'm almost always going to be the only guy in there unless we go in together, and then that's a little awkward, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Like high tier bathroom, I would say
Japan.
Well, you're still in a shared space, and that's up to you. They're good toilets, but are you comfortable with someone being like less than 2 feet away from you?
Yeah.
I like the Trader Joe's bathrooms, single stall, unisex, fairly big. The one I went to yesterday, I opened the door, little corner. You got your own little. I could live in there. It's great. I guess low tier bathroom, if I had to, like El Corazon. If I got a shit and I'm at El Corazon, I should have just went home.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no stall door. You can like see in from the bar.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's like the scale of Seattle bathrooms, I guess.
Yeah. What about like hiking bathrooms?
I haven't seen many of them. I'm assuming they're rough. From like the beach bathroom situation. Pretty rough as well. What's going on in here?
It's like a big hole in the ground.
Guys.
People miss the toilet. It's just a mess. And it smells, especially in the summertime.
Yeah.
So okay, then what's your perfect like commune look like?
Perfect commune? I guess I just have like my own space to decompress for a sec.
Okay.
I like a shared kitchen. I like a shared dining hall. I like like-minded people who are, I guess, creating art. It's like a no money commune kind of thing. So I guess I would have to do something to pitch in.
Okay.
I don't know about this. I don't know. It depends. Yeah, it depends on a lot of things.
Wait, I have to pitch it. Wait, would you like take pictures?
My pictures are worth me living here for free. Like, yeah, then I'm down.
Yeah.
But I could only do it for so long. Like, how many pictures am I going to take of this commune before I'm like sick of it?
Yeah. That's cool. So what would you be like? I've been thinking about this lately of like, obviously, like, I do video and podcasting and stuff, but like, what is that? If there was no like internet or anything, like, how does this actually like benefit the world? So that's what another thing I'm thinking about too is like, what skills do I have? I guess I'm good at talking, so maybe I could talk at a commune council meeting or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, what would you offer outside of if photography and magazines weren't enough to keep you living in a commune? Like, what would you offer?
I'm a pretty killer chef.
Oh,
I could whip up some. I feel like that's like a pretty good lifestyle that could contribute.
Yeah.
I can make a lot of pretty good things for a lot of people. I'm good at cooking for a lot of people too.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. That's nice.
That.
Heck yeah. I'm trying to figure that out for myself. Though.
Cooking?
Yeah.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Or you'll die. It's like one
or
or
I'll
the
die.
other. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gluten free, so that changes a lot of things.
Oh my gosh, by choice or by like health or what?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, by choice to choose to not have diarrhea 24/7.
That's why you want the private
I thought
bathrooms.
everybody shit like 9 times a day until I was became gluten free.
Oh my gosh, there you figured it out. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, dude, if you watch like the old stuff, I'm like skeletal skinny.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
like I feel like a good healthy weight now. Yeah.
Great. So, okay, one of my final questions is like, so yeah, what do you think of the photography scene in Seattle? And like,
Some killers here.
Okay.
Absolute killers, but there's also a very small scene. Like I think the concert photography scene is small. Usually I know everyone there, especially depending on genres of music, like who's going to be at the Croc, who's going to be at the metal shows, who's going to be at this. The scene's good. It's small, and I don't think that's a bad thing, you know? Like I still think Seattle's like a small city, and I think it's focusing on things it shouldn't be focusing on. I wish it was more about art here. I wish we were more about like regular people that aren't tech billionaires like living here. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to do what I can do, man. Like trying to promote the scenes that I like. I'm riding the bus. I'm riding the public transit. I'm voting on public transit. I go to the library every day. I'm supporting small businesses. I'm doing what I can, man.
Fuck yeah.
But
what do you do at the library?
All kinds of stuff. I rent DVDs at the library.
Okay, so you do watch some stuff.
Yeah, I haven't watched them yet, but I got a good documentary on killer whales. Looking forward to checking that out.
Okay.
I use their scanner. They have a really good high-res scanner for the magazine, so I scan all my sketches and drawings. I talked to the librarian about potentially getting a grant. That could be cool.
Ooh.
I read the entire Walking Dead. The library picked up all the compendiums for me, which was really nice of them.
Nice.
Yeah. Mostly the scanner. That's the big one I'm on there.
Okay.
High-res scanner.
Nice. And this is the one, that's the glass building one. Like
I use the one in Greenwood. I live in Greenwood, so I'm at the Greenwood Public Library.
That's where they can get you. Yeah,
dude, come get me at the library.
Yeah.
They have a private room you can rent that holds 200 people.
Oh,
that could be fun.
Shit. Yeah. Damn. Okay, last question then. So if you could do a convention, make your own convention.
I already did.
Oh, you did?
Westfest 2019.
Westfest. What is Westfest?
Westfest was Westfest.
Okay.
I fuck with a lot of scenes and a lot of different people. And this is kind of a dark thought, but I was like, I genuinely think the only time that all my friend groups and all the people I love are going to get together is when I'm fucking dead.
Oh my God.
So I tried having like a festival, a party of just like, it would just be so cool to just, at least just for me to see all you guys together.
Yeah.
So that was what Westfest was, just inviting all the homies to one. I rented out like a whole bar.
Nice.
Just had everyone roll through, just kick it. I would love to do music. The playlist was all bands and stuff that people were there.
Yeah.
I would like to do it again maybe at some point, but who knows?
Yeah. Do you think like certain communities don't connect? Like artistic communities at least? Because I guess
we're busy, man. It's like we all got shit to do. Like it's not like in high school where we just come over and like sit at your house for like 9 days, or we all go to the same like establishment for like 6 hours a day, you know? Like, dude, I'm busy. I don't have time to go to South Seattle to like hang out with this guy, or like it's the weekend. I have to be here. You have to be here. I would just love all the scenes to come together. And it's not that they don't fuck with each other. We don't have time to like, you know, say anything but a hey, what's up?
Because people are adulting, I guess.
Yeah, we got adult stuff to do. Yeah. Dude, some of them have kids, you know, like.
Do you have kids?
I don't have kids, no.
Okay.
But some of my friends do, you know.
Yeah. Do you ever want kids?
Not currently.
Yeah, me neither, really.
Could be cool, but not for me.
Yeah, I feel that. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I've learned some stuff about you.
How'd I do? Was I okay on the podcast?
Did you learn anything about me, do you think?
What do you rate the sneaker? You never gave me a good... Do you change your mind now that you know me? Does my sneaker stay? Because it's the News and Shoes podcast, right?
Well, they have a hole in them, right?
Do they?
Or what is that crease?
Oh shit, they do.
Yeah, so that kind of lowers the.
All right, I gotta get new shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, rock and roll. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. How do you feel about it? We're almost done. Are you
best day of my whole life. I can't wait to go to Al's Music and Games.
Oh my gosh, I want to connect with them.
Yeah, you want to go?
Yeah. What time is it? I could drive.
I was just gonna hop on the light rail.
I could drive you there if you want.
Let's do it.
What's 14:53? What time is that? It's like 2?
Almost 3.
3?
It's 2:53.
Oh my gosh, it's been a long pod. This has probably been like an hour and a half.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
We're cut it up into a 2-minute.
Yeah.
Actually, a 30-second one.
It's gonna
cut it to just times that I said things that are funny.
Diarrhea. I'm just gonna have you say
diarrhea.
That's it.
I talk about shit all the time, dude.
Oh no my gosh. All right, so with that, where can people find you?
Patreon.com/1-800-West Smith or Twitter.com or X.com. Sorry, X.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Instagram, I'm 1-800-Wes Smith on everything, all one word.
Is that your actual name, Wes Smith?
Wes Smith.
Isn't that like a Smith and Wes?
That's how sick is that?
Sheesh.
Yeah. See me at ringside at your favorite wrestling shows.
Go.
Say hey to me at conventions.
Oh, yeah.
Say you saw me on the NAST pod.
Yeah.
Nasty pod.
We got
Get
nasty on
with
this
me.
pod.
Yeah, get nasty.
So look into that camera. This has been the NAST podcast with
West.
And we did it.